Hello there. Before we get started and get into this, I want to warn you again, still we have the same situation with sound. So if it sounds weird, if it's stereo or earphones you listen to these videos with, it's because I'm still using the old phone with damaged microphone. That being said, let's get into this and stay with me because after we've opened this guy, and I've been really looking forward to this one, I'm going to give you a little quick blast around here. We'll have a look at where else I've got phase ones. So yeah, just for a bit of fun. But firstly, let's get this open. Let's do it. This dude is the phase two. Wasn't really that happy with the helmet they did for him though. Nobody, they've never come close to nailing that sculpt. Look at that beautiful helmet there. That is Revenge of the Sith. But let's see how they get on with this second phase two. I was always happy with this one. I always like this one. Got a lot of criticism this one from the likes of Bosk's Bounty. You've never liked. There's lots of people, and he's right, and you're right, and I agree. It is kind of skinny, but I always felt it was proportioned. Agreed. Whereas the previous phase twos were never proportioned. A lot of those figures, like that guy there, I have them with the helmet off under their arm. See, there you go. I've got a phase two VC309 sculpt on for every variation of that trooper, pretty much, you know, be it 212, 501st, but all of them have got their back to the crowd, back to the viewer, sorry, because the face is not very good. And also the helmet's just so big, I don't bother having the helmet on, so it's kind of like what they would look like in the mess hall, if that makes sense. Let's see how deep the peg holes are. Let's just stop off and enjoy this dude, see how he looks. Quite bulky, isn't he? But still it works quite well. It's all right, isn't it, man? This is definitely going to be a helmet on job, this. Although I have to say that does look a little bit chunky. It looks all right. Let's have a go. Let's just get it on him. This is important, this. Before I put him on the turntable. Let's just see now. What do you reckon? I don't know, man. I'm still happy with the original VC. I think that was nailed there. For screen accuracy, just ignore the legs. Because they were young clones as well. I don't know, man. I just felt that the balance was there. The head was perfect. I always sort of, if you get them in a pose or whatever, see, he's got thin legs, man. Look, see, even the real life character. But I don't know, man. I always thought this was pretty good. The only thing I didn't like about it was the Bodhi Taylor head. But this one, I suppose it's all right. The helmet, and look, the helmet doesn't go on very much. So yeah, actually, I'm not impressed. I don't like it. Well, I do and I don't. I'll always like the visor. It's all right. Maybe I need to just get him displayed and posed. Bear with me. Firstly, peg hole check. No, not very deep at all. It's got rocker ankles, as you know. Peg holes should be there. Metatarsal, just here. They should be putting them there. Why aren't they? Why aren't you? Hasbro, why aren't you putting them bloody there? Has to be a reason, because look how shallow the ankle is or whatever. That's the reason. But it doesn't matter. I don't get as worked up about that anymore because I've discovered these amazing stands. So let's put him on that and get him posed for you. And I'll be honest, I've not seen anybody's review of this figure because I always like to have my own fresh perspective. It's been a while since this has been out, so I'm late doing this. Let's give you a look at the back of the card while that's spinning. Oh, yay. It's VC309. We'll look at the Cardback again in detail, but this, for one of my favourite characters of the saga, especially the prequels, the Phase 1 clone. There's elements I like, but I still think, what the hell is going on with that helmet, man? I mean, it's like, it's nice and wide and it doesn't go on him. You can see his chin. That's ridiculous. Is it just my version? Tell you what, man, I didn't want to do this, but I might have to put that under his arm as well. What are you doing, Hasbro? What are you doing? I might have to put that underneath his arm, like all the other helmets that don't work in my life. You know what I mean? I can't believe that. Let's have a look at the weapons. Are not very good either because they've got no weathering on them. sorry, they've got no silver touch-ups, I should say. So that's not very good. It's not essential, that, but God, it would really work for a premium line. They should be doing that. Only a little splash of silver is what they would have done. And they did. Back here, look. Just to zoom, look at that. See, they did it. But they obviously don't want to do that anymore. They've got that weird brown colour as well, which is obviously the type of plastic they've used, and they've not bothered to... They could, oh, I don't know, it doesn't matter too much. It's more of a brown than a black. I think that they should be black, really. Or just, well, whatever. Right, enough about the figure, because that's been a disappointment. Although I do like the sharpness of it. Let's just go for a little chat here, see if I can explain myself. That figure, I've always liked that new Phase 2 one, because it's a beautiful body. It's proper matte white, sharp. And this guy is no exception. He's just the same, beautiful. They've got the proportions of the body right, but the head's wrong now. So I wonder if we could swap. I doubt we can swap the head, because it'll be the new joints on this one, won't it? Yeah, it's not going to be like the old one. It's got the new barbell type, which makes for nicer articulation patterns. Head movements, rocks and stuff. You know what I mean? I think I might have him with his helmet off. That might go quite nicely on my Attack of the Clones shelf, actually, because I've got a few clones. I only really want a couple of these loose. And as I'm going to show you in a minute, I've got a load of Phase 1s, VC45s all together on a gunship up there. And I've got them on various points of my Attack of the Clones shelf. But I do need one, like they are when, you know, Lama Su says, magnificent, aren't they? They're all getting suited up. And this could be a dude who's just about to put his helmet on. I like that. And also, you can't, actually, this is the bittersweet thing about this. I would have loved it if the helmet worked, because I would like to army build him. But that head is too good to cover up. That's what I want to see on a clone. The Bodhi Taylor head was always bad. And as for the Cardback, I wished I'd talked about this earlier, because you've probably switched off, some of you now, from my waffle. But that's a Cardback that we all dreamed of. It's the one that, you know, customizers or whoever, people who just like to think and dream about potential alternative Cardbacks would have thought about that. And so I'm glad you did, Hasbro, because that is a good Cardback. With regard to the other one, I liked the fact that it kind of reminded me of Kenner, because they didn't always use the most perfect image of a character in the old days in the 1980s, did they? They used to use kind of action shots, like even the classic Stormtrooper shot. It was just there mid-action, you know, shooting towards Leia and Luke. I think it comes from that scene, doesn't it? Maybe. And there's a bit of fuzz there and motion, and you get that with that. That is definitely from the movie. They've lifted that and they've cropped it. It's when they're backing away. There's other shots they could have used, but they went for that one. But in terms of an iconic shot, a hero shot of this character, it's that. When they're all lining up, the start of the Clone Wars, literally. So that's that. Back of the card, I think I've already shown you, but we'll have a look again. There's a little bit of a spiel. So they've gone to the effort of doing a spiel. It's different languages. So you only get that little paragraph there. I won't read it. I'll let you read that to yourself. And now I'm going to give you a little bit of a walk, and we'll see what we've got. I might put him here. I might put him right there, because look what I've got. I love this little cluster. You've got Django, probably one of my favourite figures of him as well, right at the front. Then you've got 3 different clones now. You've got young clone, adolescent Bodhi Taylor. He's got some kit as well. I just like him wearing the mess hall outfit there. And his armour's there. You can put the armour on, but from what I remember, he looks a bit ridiculous. So that's just all sort of grouped. You've got an embryo clone as well. And then we've got now him. I've just literally just put him on the shelf. I haven't really thought about it too much, but you can have him there. And then obviously Lama Su, Tonwi, and Django. The original host and his son, Boba. I don't know if that could work, man. Look at that that just shouts out Camino, does it not, ladies and gentlemen? And I've got loads of VC45s just look great in here. Don't you think that's a great helmet? Yes, I agree. He has got skinny legs, but I think they look good. Look at them. That's how they looked, man, in the film. Great vehicle, that as well. All right, folks, there's a room tour coming up very soon, very, very soon. I'm going to get this new phone, better sound, and we're going to go around all the new stuff I've been doing in here. There's been a lot of activity, and I hope you will join me for it, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of activity, and I look forward to sharing it with you soon. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.